So, yep. Good morning. Video just rolling. I'm just not gonna be on much, but good to see everybody today. Yeah, it's fun getting into the New Testament sometimes. It's really fun talking about it. Lately, see, this is the issue too, and the nature of what time is it? What year was it? Almost summertime. We just had Easter. Easter just came and went, and I guess it's good to talk about the holidays and put more meanings to what we believe as we all get older, man. I don't know if anybody knows him. His name was Dr. Charles Stanley. He was an amazing pastor and preacher, and he passed away at the age of 90 years old. So he had a big following. Let me see. He had a big following, and he was on TV. So and I was a fan of him. I mean, people, he was very popular. 90 years old, passed away. So Easter just passed, like I was saying, and as a leader like that, leaves his place, and we praise him for it, thank him for what he's done. I think it's our job, to do some of the same stuff, man. Because guess what? Your children are going to ask you, what this holiday mean, or where did this come from? I was talking to somebody, and they were telling me about their belief about. I think she might have been telling me about Christmas. I was like, that's what you believe. If that's what you believe about Christmas, then I can't argue with you. Believe it. But see, I didn't want to go back and forth with her about it, because it's up to each and every one of us to tell our kids about something. Even if you're going to tell them it's not even true, or you're going to tell them your honest answer, or let somebody put hatred into them, you know what I mean? You can tell them about it. And Charles Stanley, he would do that, a lot of times. But anyway, I just want me to have a quick talk about Easter and what it meant. April, it's in the month of April. And it came up after they crucified Christ. So that's what Easter was about. After they crucified Christ, or the alleged Christ, and I'll get into my definition of who Christ is too. Because I don't want nobody to get the misunderstanding of what that man represents. So Easter was about the well, if you look it up, it's the Passover, right? So it is when summer. What is it? When? It's the time. Anyway, I guess I'm gonna talk about it later, because it's cold out here and I'll fight talk. But I'm trying to get in the house. It's the time when man, give me 2 seconds. Oh man, bad idea. It is the time when, in the wintertime, we have shorter days. In the summertime, they get longer. So it's the time when the summer, when it start happening. Something like that, that's all. I ain't want to get into it right now. But yeah, that's pretty much how it would start and what it is. So the Passover wasn't about when that happened to him. I think it was just about knowing that much about science, the times we live in. That's what we celebrate. Or as the time goes by, they just celebrate the day that they decided to do that to him. Now understand where I'm coming from. The people who understood the readings of the book are describing what turned into why they freed the criminal in the Bible. His name begins with a B. I forgot. But the story goes to say they freed that man and put Christ in jail in his place for everything that he did. Now, he did some terrible things. You got to understand that in the Bible. So when they caught him and the people he was doing it with, they pretty much did that to them, to him and the guys who I'm afraid to say were manipulated by him. And it's in the Bible that Christ manipulated some people, and they found that out, which is why Matthew was allowed to tell the story about Mary and Joseph, the first book of the New Testament. That's why Matthew was able to tell the story. And if you watch a movie, Matthew was an older man, just like watching, I don't know, Russell Simmons talk about, I ain't gonna say the group name. I know somebody know it, but everybody know it. But it's like Russell Simmons reminiscing about hip hop when it started or something like that. That's what you learn when you read the book of Matthew, that Matthew was an older man back then, or was an older man when he told this story. So, what I continue to say is that during those times, though, when Christ was alive, he told some manipulative lies. And I'm gonna hold that story right there just to tell you something else. I just watched Rick and Morty for the first time in a long time, right? And if you see something enough time, you start paying attention to different things. So I hope people keep rewatching movies and new ones too, so you learn shit, yo. For real. And gotta put this on down. Hold on, hope you stay up. Alright. Hold on, I'm gonna hop in it like this one time. That help.